Introduce about yourself.
My name is Arpit Pradeep Gadapil, and I am currently associated with Bitlands Tech Hub, and I have 3 years of experience. In this 3 years of experience, I work as manual as well as automation. In manual, my roles and responsibilities are understand the business requirement, test case design, test case. I came across with various types of testings, just like sanity testing, smoke testing, pre-testing, regression testing, uh, yeah, functional testings.
Okay.
Thanks. That was all about me.
So you are working on automation, right?
Yes, yes.
Open Orange HRM website. Yeah. Okay. So the scenario is using username and password. You have to log into the website, and you have to make sure that user is navigating to the home page. How will you validate this? That user is on home page.
Mm,
You understood the
can I just?
question?
No, actually, not.
Huh. Listen. Scenario is that user will log in using username and password which you have,
Yes.
and after clicking on login button user should navigate to home page. This is your scenario. Now how will you
Actually,
validate this, that after entering username and password and clicking on login button user is on home page?
with the help of we will use like there. First of all, we create the class, and after that, we will use like main method. We will use set dot properties in which we give keys and values. After we use create the variable create the object of web driver is equals to new Chrome driver.
Yeah, that part
Uh,
is done. You have web elements of username password, you have entered everything, you have clicked on login button. After that what will you validate?
like in automation or in manual,
In automation.
we validate the profile person is same as per his login or not. So we will inspect first here login. We will click here with the help of code finding XPath, and with clicking we will check the person is the name of the person is same as like the profile or not.
No, these actions you are doing when you are on home page, right?
But for validating, we will check the person name, name to name or surname to surname. So he will log in as per his account or another account. We will inspect that and we will use if condition, ignore case,
Hmm.
and if it was correct, then it we will set a condition boolean. Uh, like the person name is same as the profile name, then the result is true.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it false. So it will be logout.
Okay, but what if the person name is there but home page is not there? That way you are validating name of that particular person, but that doesn't assure you that you are on home page, right? Because you are validating only name of that particular person. My question is, how will you make sure or how will you validate this scenario that once I logged in, I am on the home page?
I think with the help of SRS document.
No, that document is with you, but how will you validate? What proofs you will collect, or what will you prepare? Supporting documents. What will you do?
Like first we will take the screenshot of the page.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we will perform automation testing with it, and when the page is automated properly, then we create the report for that. If
Okay.
it's fail, if it's fail, so we will also take a screenshot for fail take a screenshot
Mm-hmm.
for as a proof for us, and like after it was getting error, if we are testing we are getting error, then we will raise the ticket to the revalent developer that the page is not valid.
Okay. So one way is that once you logged in, you can take screenshot of homepage. That will be the proof that the user is on homepage. One way. Another way, we have one method, get title method in driver.get title,
Yes,
right? So even if you use that method and print title of the homepage, it will be orange HRM. So you can simply validate that the title of the homepage is orange HRM.
yes.
This two
With the
way
help
you
of
can,
screenshot
yeah,
and with the help of get title.
title. These two ways we can use to make sure that user is navigating to the home page after login. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now can you open IRCTC website? Yeah. So you can see this book ticket window, right?
Yes,
We are having from to, we are having date field, all classes, general. Now
yes.
tell me five test cases on this window. Any five.
Yes. Verify that from text box is properly working or not. It will accepting only numerical or alphabet. If it was accepting alphabet only or not. Then after
Okay.
that we validate to button. Uh, so it will also as same as the from button. So in which we will see check only it was taking alphabet or not, or it was taking any numerical value or not.
Hmm.
After that, we will validate the date with the help the date previous date is accepting or not, or after that previous next date is getting for we have to book the ticket for a next day it was getting clickable or not. After
So
that
should it
we,
accept previous date?
like we have to, it was not uh, it mean to say की we will not चे आणि म्हणजे जसं की आपण प्रिव्हियस डेटला बघत आहे, तर
Hmm.
ते क्लिकेबल नाही झालं पाहिजे. तर ते याने प्रिव्हियस डेटची आपण जर तिकीट सर्च करत असेल
Hmm.
आणि मागच्या 1 दिवसाची, तर ते सर्च नाही झाली पाहिजे.
Okay. So that will be a part of your negative testing.
येस, येस.
Okay. Next.
आफ्टर दॅट ऑल क्लास. So we will check in which there are all like that all classes will be clickable or not.
Hmm.
After that, in which in general text box there are also genders, so it was also clickable or not. There we will check the spelling is correct or not, or it's like font is proper or not. After that, it was in capital letter or not.
Yeah. Now try and find out XPath for loyalty field. Uh, in the headers, beside IRCTC exclusive, there are trains, buses, flights, hotels, holiday, and loyalty, right?
Yes.
Yeah. For that loyalty, we need to find out the XPath. Okay, you try this later. Will
Actually, we will use in, I think, here we will use UL, and last we will LI. We will use.
hmm, yeah, we can do. We can use relative XPath first. We'll find out the parent, and then we'll move to child. So it will start with div, then li, then a, like that. We'll have to go.
Actually, with the help of falling and sibling.
Yeah. Okay. No issues. You try it and send it me later. Okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what are all dependencies you have added in form.xml?
Firstly, added a Selenium, Selenium 4.3.2. After that, version. After that, we will also import Apache API, Apache PIO, 7.5.1.
Mhm.
After that, also we added a taste ng,
Okay.
and yes, that's all we added.
Okay. For logs, for report, have you added any
For
separate
report, we
dependencies?
use taste ng for test case, failed test case report.
Okay. Extend reporter, have you used?
Uh, no, actually, not used yet.
Okay. Not an issue. So you can mention two more dependencies like extend reporter, which is mostly used for reporting purpose, and then we are having log4j to
Log4j, yes.
yeah,
It's all using console.
correct, to record the logs. So
Yes.
whenever we are performing any action, that should be logged into our records, right? For that we use log4j.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me what are exceptions you have come across while testing?
Just like web browser exception.
Mhm.
No such element exceptions. After that, enable alert exception.
Mhm.
Uh, like one type of framework exception. Unreachable framework exception. After that, browser, some type of browser, like
Mhm.
unable to reach browser exception. Yeah, this all types of.
How do you handle element not found?
When we use just like when we use to find the elements from the web page,
Mhm.
then we finding such element with the help of double forward slash. Then we see the like attribute. The attribute is not available there, so it was showing the error like no such element found.
Okay, but how do you handle it? If you get this exception, what will be your steps to resolve it?
To resolving, we will just properly inspect the site
Mhm.
and properly inspect the web element, and getting their properly tag names and attribute as well as values.
Okay,
Uh, by this process, we will get find out properly the element.
okay. One more thing we can do is no such element exception will happen when either your XPath is incorrect or the execution speed of your code is faster than the browser. Okay, so it's not getting time to find out that particular web element. That's why we get no such element. So in that case, we can add implicit wait, or we can use correct
Use
XPath.
thread slip.
Yeah,
We
thread
can
slip
also
also,
use thread.
that will also work. Yeah,
But
but it's
which
not
I tell
it's not good practice to use thread.slip. We mostly use implicit wait.
implicit words.
Okay,
Okay.
what about
Uh,
stale element exception? Have you heard of it?
Sorry.
Stale element exception.
No, not yet.
Okay, no issue. Can you tell me what is the difference between get window handle and get window handles?
Yes, a get window handle is its data type is string, and get window handle is data type is just like set of string. In which get windows we will get only main page. In get windows handles we get multiple IDs from web page.
Okay, can you tell me code of that for get window handles?
Switch to gate vendor handle we will use.
Mm, but you'll have to store those links of each browser window, right?
Yes, yes. So we
So,
will use that find element for that.
but it's not a web element. It's a link of the browsers, right? URLs.
Yes, yes.
So we cannot use find elements for that. That's why we are having get window handles method.
Uh, Actually, we use switch to method to like uh, getting focus from main window to like child window.
Hmm. Yeah, that is correct. We'll switch focus of Selenium from main window to child window. But before that, you'll have to store that particular URL of child window, right? Somewhere.
Actually, I'm not remembering.
Okay. We use collection for that set. Okay. In set, we
Yes.
will store all the links of child windows, and then we can switch to whichever window we want.
Yes, and after that, we will use like iterator for getting.
Iterator.
Yes,
Yeah, correct. Okay.
and after that, we launch the browser for a second IP, like second ID to
Hmm.
minimize, maximize,
Yeah,
and
we can
close.
do those operations. What are different mouse over actions?
Like search context. After that, move to, perform,
Mhm,
build, drag and drop,
mhm.
build.
How can we perform double click?
There is the one double option double click,
There is a method context click,
context click.
not double click. Okay,
But click is used for I think right side of the mouse.
sure.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how can we perform double click? Double click method is there.
Click and some one option is there.
Hmm.
I'm not
Okay,
remembering,
I
but
think double click is the method we use for that.
there is one option double click name
Yeah.
key.
Uh, what is the use of drag and drop? Why will we
Uh,
use?
Drag and drop we will use for placing one element to another element. Just like we will drag and drop one image from another one
Mhm.
place to another place.
Okay. How can we store multiple web elements having same XPath?
Find by elements we will use.
Find by elements or find
Uh,
elements?
Find by elements for multiple web element we have to find out there. Like this, we have to find hidden elements from them
There is
from
no
web page.
method like find by elements.
Find by element and find by elements.
It find element and find elements method.
Yes, find element method is used to find out a single web element from the web page,
Mhm.
and find element is used to find multiple like multiple elements from a web page,
Yeah, find elements method, right?
like hidden elements from them.
Do you have any idea how can we handle HTML table in Selenium?
Actually, I
Like
don't know.
I'll give you an example. Can you share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, open that website Orange HRM. Okay, log into it. Click on admin. Okay, scroll a little. So this is a kind of HTML table where you are having username, then user role, employee name, and status, right? How can we
Yes.
handle this?
Uh, by We will handle it by using inspect and find a web element from them. After that, like there is one checkbox, so we will use select for that select class and
Which
find.
XPath you will use?
We will use the XPath by like the tag double forward slash tag name.
Mhm.
Like after that attributes and value. We will use two types like a tag double forward slash tag name takes double bracket is equal to value. After
Okay.
that,
Can you find out XPath for Anil 5? There is a second entry, right?
Anil,
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
it is I think a check. It is a checkbox.
We need to find XPath of second row, second or third row, I guess.
Okay. This Anil, we have to find now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There is only one search. Okay. Fine. Okay, good. So mostly whenever we have to find out HTML tables, no, we use relative XPath because table is consist of rows and columns. So double slash dd double slash tr, we have to get from parent to the child row. So mostly we will use relative XPath in that case. If anybody asks you this question, okay,
Okay.
okay. How do we handle drop down in Selenium?
With the help of select class. First of all, if which web element we have to find used by the select class. So we have to first store it into the variable, which is a data type is web element. After that, clicking on creating the select class, and after creating select class, cast the argument there. And with the help of reference variable, we will use a method like select by text, select by index, uh, select by value,
Select by visible text is there.
visible text.
Okay. How can you scroll onto web page?
With the help of JavaScript executor.
Okay. What is the code for that?
First of all, we will use interface like JavaScript executor in which we call driver with the help of Java script executor. There is a script executor in bracket scroll comma like dimensions
Okay.
x and y path.
Bracket scroll comma dimensions. No, in bracket we'll have to mention windows dot scroll by, and then we have to mention the dimensions.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Uh, okay. Can you share your screen again? Now we'll have some questions on Java. What is
Okay.
constructor?
Constructor is a special member of a class. which name as same as a class, which is used to like which is used to implement the object, which name as same as class name, which is used for initialize the constructor and creating the object.
Okay, this is
So there
used
are
to.
in constructor there are two types of constructor, like default constructor
Mhm.
and parameterized constructor.
Okay, can you open a notepad? Okay, let us say there is a string. Declare one string. India is my country. String s equals to India is my country. Okay, can you reverse the string?
Oh, sorry, sir. Okay, that will be enough. Now if we have to find out longest word in the string, so country is the longest word, it's having maximum characters. How can we do that? We follow first thing, in which way I think we will use count,
Hmm.
and we will use for loop forward, and with the help and with the reference of forward we will use backward for that, and with the reference of like the variable, we will use that character dot I, and a character if and we will use if statement in that. If
Hmm. How will you
yeah.
compare if the word is longest or not? Okay, you think about it later. Okay, First we'll have to divide this string into string array, and then we'll have to compare each word. We can compare length of these words. Based on that we will find out the word which is having maximum length. That will be your output. You try this program later.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Have you heard of static pool area and heap area?
Yes. In static pool area, there is static and non-static method, and in heap area, like there is string pool. No,
So in static pool area, all the static members will be there,
and in heap area there is a non-static method. Yeah.
non-static members, objects we have, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, what is the difference between finally, and finalize?
Like final is a keyword. So if we give keyword to the any variable or method, so it will be the value of that will be final, and it will not change entire the uh, like uh, like the when it will not change up to the project when it will or like final is a method in exception. So
Mhm.
we will use final block. uh, so it will give the result if the it was like it if there is error or not, it will show the result. And finally is used for garbage collection.
Okay. So finalize we used for garbage collection.
Yes.
To handle exceptions we are having finally method, and final
Yes.
is the keyword.
Keyword.
Okay. What is unchecked exception?
Like if there is any like drop down, so it was clickable or not,
Mhm.
that was uncheckable.
So unchecked exceptions are also called as compile time exceptions. Exceptions which are missed at the time of compilation. Those are your unchecked exceptions. And other exceptions we called it as a checked exception.
It is a compile time exception.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's it from Java. Let's have some question from manual.
Okay.
What is test plan?
Test plan, it is prepared by the team leader, in which we will mainly concentrate on job allocation, resource allocations, and estimation.
Okay. What about test strategy?
Yes, in test plan, it is made with the help of like test factors, SRS document, and TRM document.
Mhm.
And like there are some components just like test ID, iterator. After that, test item, approaches, future to be test, future not to be test, test pass fail criteria. After
Mhm.
that, environments, schedule, risk in our project.
Mhm. So
Uh,
basically, you can say that test plan is a combination of your test methodologies, test strategies, job allocation, resource
yes, yes,
allocation,
yes,
estimation, this way.
yes, yes, yes.
And if the interviewer is asking you to elaborate it little more, then you can talk about other factors. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. What is meant by agile ceremonies?
Agile ceremonies, which we are followed. Like there are four types of ceremonies, just like sprint grooming, sprint planning.
Mhm.
After that, daily stand-up meeting. After that, sprint retrospective meeting and sprint review meeting. After first of all, the sprint review meeting. After the sprint retrospective meeting.
Okay, what do we do in sprint retrospective?
In sprint, it will we will schedule one meeting after the like after completing our first sprint and before starting our second sprint,
Mhm.
in which product manager, like scrum master, development team and testing team are involved, in which we discuss what we went when and what we went wrong,
Okay, and where can we improvise?
and that can be improvised.
Okay. Now tell me, why do we prepare traceability metrics?
It is prepared by the tester because of all the functionality requirement should be right there. We have there.
Can you come again?
It is prepared by the tester, and
Mhm.
it is important for because we have all functional requirement defined there.
So it's basically mapping between two things,
Like the mapping, it is also called as mapping between the functional requirement and test cases.
test cases. Okay. It's having two types. Which are they?
Forward traceability metrics and backward traceability metrics.
What is the difference?
Uh, in forward traceability metrics, there is a mapping between functional requirement and test cases.
Mhm.
And in backward traceability metrics, we will use test ID, test cases, and we will mapping the like functional requirement with test ID and test cases,
Okay. So in forward, we are mapping functional requirement with test cases.
test cases.
And in backward, we are mapping test cases with functional requirement. Exactly opposite.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever prepared test summary report?
Yes,
So what
it is
all
prepared by
you
tester,
mentioned?
in which after completing test on any model or any project or any model, so
Mhm.
we will start writing a test case about that. So in which we will write how many test cases will pass, how many test cases pass, fail, what their exact and actual result, or it was a block or run,
Mhm.
or getting any error.
Okay, so if any defects are there, we will mention those defects as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what is burn up and burn down chart?
Yes, burn up chart will show the status, and burn down chart the time required to complete the project.
Okay. Burn up will show how much work is completed.
Yeah, it will show the work status,
Mm-hmm.
and burn down chart show the time required to complete the project.
Yeah, or we can also say that burn down chart will show how much work is remained,
Re-
right? Okay.
Yes.
Now let us consider we are having one situation that you are working on a module testing and you found there are some defects. Okay, 3 4 defects are there, but your manager is saying you that you need to conclude the testing because we need to deliver it to client.
Okay.
You're getting my point?
Yes, actually, like you are saying that we are found error in that model,
Mm-hmm.
and like the manager or lead saying that we will have to check that and give it like there is we are having very less time, so test it and deliver to the UAT after, I think.
Yeah, we need to conclude testing means we need to close testing. We have to say that model is working fine and we have to deliver it to client. This is what your manager is saying. So what will you do?
First of all, we will check it was the check the severity and priority with that. So it was severity. It was in severity. So we will use raise the ticket immediately and raise to the developer Revalent for
No, no,
checking
no.
and
You cannot do that. What your manager is saying is you need to conclude the testing. That's it. The
in which
client
we
will
will
say,
do like monkey testing or speed testing in that.
hmm,
So we will give the random inputs and check the like it was breaking or not.
hmm.
Uh, yeah, that's all.
So what we can do is we can document the defect but we cannot raise it, कारण की परत डेव्हलपर कडे जाऊन डेव्हलपर त्याला रिझॉल्व्ह करायसाठी वेळ आपल्याला नाहीये. फॉर
हम्म,
एक्झाम्पल तुझा मॅनेजर म्हणतोय की उद्या आपल्याला रिपोर्ट सबमिट करायची आहे क्लायंटला,
हम्म.
बरोबर. यू हॅव ओनली 1 day. In that case you will prepare your report and you will mention all possible defects which are present in that particular module.
Okay.
Okay, you can make a note that these changes can be implemented in next release. Okay, we are concluding our testing with these defects present and you should mention all those present defects. You can document it and you can submit it then.